BioPak has always prided ourselves on our transparency. We find it's important to be measured in what we do as a business and also measure our whole journey of our sustainable packaging from source to manufacture through our business and in our customers' hands and ultimately in the consumer's hands. But in order to be transparent, we've had to continue research and come up with innovations on how we can measure it and how we can advance the industry in overall compliance. Well, we're very proud to partner Pickler, a business that has built an amazing tool that can measure our environmental impact and the claims that we make. This introduction video will take you through the process of how we now measure ourselves, how we can measure our customers, and our customers can understand with a full audit trail and a full accountability of every claim that they're not greenwashing, that we can lead the industry and show direction towards a greater path for sustainable packaging to make sure that, again, that one single-use item that we use for such a short period of time has a minimum social and environmental impact on our environment.
We're excited to introduce BioPak's environmental impact label. You may have already noticed, but every product on our website now comes with a detailed environmental impact report summarizing the costs to the environment to make that particular product. This will increase transparency, accountability, and our commitment to combating greenwashing. This short training video will answer common questions and help you to communicate the environmental impact label in your day-to-day role and show you how to use it as a tool to drive your business. We're going to talk about: why do we need an environmental impact label? Why is BioPak partnering with Pickler? What data is included in the environmental impact report? What are the benefits of sustainability metrics? How can you use this impact data in your day-to-day role? By working with or alongside BioPak, I'm sure you're already aware that single-use packaging is a mammoth problem in today's world. And because of that, we're seeing a necessary shift towards sustainable packaging. Yet a recent McKinsey survey has revealed that so many big organizations are falling short of their sustainable packaging commitments. According to the survey, of the 75% of organizations that have made significant sustainable packaging commitments, less than 30% are adequately prepared to meet these commitments. You can see the breakdown of these statistics in these graphs. Not only that, just 2% of packaging manufacturers and resellers have proved to support their sustainability claims. This highlights an industry that's rife with greenwashing. It's clear that we need organizations, governments, and policymakers to remain focused and funnel more time and resources into sustainability efforts, clear metrics, and transparency. Pickler is an environmental impact calculation software for the packaging industry. There are so many reasons we're choosing to partner with Pickler. Pickler provides us with credible calculations. While many impact reports rely on guesswork, Pickler uses science-based and credible life cycle assessment calculations, claims consumers can trust. Pickler positions us as sustainability leaders. We hope to act as a shining example for other businesses and encourage them to share clear impact data and sustainability metrics. This will have a domino effect for the industry, leading to greater accountability and empowering consumers to make informed choices. Pickler ensures we comply with global legislation, like the EU Green Claim Directive and the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. This keeps us ahead of the game. Pickler improves our customer experience. Transparent data allows our customers to make informed decisions and can assist in accurately reporting their own business's impact too. This is a key selling point you can use when talking about our products. Pickler allows us to make evidence-based decisions. Using Pickler, we can uncover the biggest impact categories for our products and which part of the product's life cycle caused it, then work to reduce it. When you click on any one of our product descriptions and scroll down, you'll find the environmental impact label. When you click View Details, followed by the Read Full Report button, you'll be taken to a detailed impact overview for that particular product, per carton of product. In this report, you'll find carbon footprint, eco costs, eco score, life cycle phases, Let's dive into each of these concepts now and how you can explain them to customers. Carbon footprint is a simple way to communicate our impact on climate change, either as an individual, group, or company. In the case of BioPak's Environmental Impact Report, we're talking about our impact on climate change per carton of product. A product's carbon footprint refers to the total greenhouse gas emissions released into the atmosphere from creating that particular product. It's measured across its full life cycle from production to end of life. Carbon footprint is expressed as CO2 EQ, meaning CO2 equivalent. Because every greenhouse gas has different potency and global warming potential, we convert the effects of other gases into the equivalent amount of carbon dioxide. This makes it easier to communicate. You can see in the diagram the different global warming potential of 4 main gases: fluorinated gases, F gases for short, N2O, nitrous oxide, CH4, methane, and CO2, carbon dioxide. Remember, when you're communicating carbon footprint, it's measured per carton of product, as this is how our products are sold. While carbon footprint is an incredibly valuable metric, it shouldn't be used on its own, especially in product, business, and industry calculations. Becoming tunnel-visioned and focusing solely on carbon footprint can overlook other important factors, like the impact on human health, material scarcity, and nature. That's when we can turn to a concept called eco-costs. Eco-costs places a monetary value on the hidden costs to the environment to make a product. Importantly, remind your customers and partners that this is not a hidden fee or an added cost to our products. Rather, it's a concept to give us a rounded view of a product's impact. It's measured over 4 key categories: nature, climate change, material scarcity, and human health. For example, when assessing a coffee cup, we're looking at the entire environmental impact that's not immediately visible in the simple act of buying and enjoying a cup of coffee. Here are a few examples you might like to use. A coffee cup impacts climate change because the production of the cup emits greenhouse gases leading to global warming. A coffee cup impacts nature as sourcing paper contributes to deforestation and pollution of soil, water, and landscapes. A coffee cup also impacts human health. Emissions from production contribute to summer smog, fine dust, and other toxic substances that have negative effects on the human body. And finally, a coffee cup impacts material scarcity, taking into account our need and dependency on current and future raw materials. Here, we measure the rate we're depleting our current resources and how this affects the health of soil, water, biodiversity, and pollution. Combining 4 categories gives us a rounded view and avoids the common trap of becoming tunnel-visioned and focusing solely on carbon emissions. Converting all categories to a monetary value allows us to add them up and see each packaging product's impact in a simple figure. You can see in the graph, the 4 categories have their own eco-cost, which are then added up to create a total value. In an ideal future, eco-costs would represent the amount of money that needs to be invested back into the planet for prevention and restoration efforts. The eco-costs are turned into an overall eco-score. There are 9 possible eco-scores, with A+ having the lowest eco-cost per kilogram of material and G having the highest eco-cost per kilogram of material. This can be used when pitching our products to businesses and consumers, allowing our customers to compare the environmental impact at a glance. Remember, comparing eco-scores works best within similar product groups. For example, a business might want to compare the eco-score of different takeaway coffee cup options. With Pickler's reports, this is something you can easily help them do. The example shows aqueous-lined single-wall BioCups having the best eco-score of the 3. When you scroll further down the page, the impact report shows the impact per life cycle phase, including the material stage, the production stage, the transportation stage, and the end-of-life stage. Considering the full impact of a product or process throughout its entire life cycle is essential to understanding what stage in the cycle places the greatest burden on the environment. This allows us to see the area of production with the most impact, like certain production processes or raw materials, also known as impact hotspots. These impact hotspots show us exactly where we can reduce our impact most effectively and what type of impact we need to reduce. This will guide our future focus and actions. When communicating this to customers, it might help to use the analogy of a car. Imagine if a car manufacturer only considered the environmental impact of producing the car itself. This would then disregard the environmental impacts of driving the car around for years. And of course, the way the car is disposed of at the end of its life. This is why life cycle is important. A common issue we see across a range of businesses and industries is unfair comparisons. This is where a company might claim their product is more eco-friendly, but they have no data to prove it, or each company is using different calculation methods. Here's 3 tips to make accurate comparisons using Pickler's calculations. 1. Check the quantities per carton. They should be the same in order to make accurate comparisons. Alternatively, you can simply take the quantities into account when you're comparing. For example, say one carton has 1,000 pieces, but another has 2,000 pieces. You might double the eco cost of the carton with 1,000 pieces to make it even. The important thing to remember is always to check the quantity. Secondly, the product should be in a similar category. For example, there's no point comparing a takeaway coffee cup with a takeaway food bowl because they serve 2 entirely different purposes. Finally, Pickler's software is designed for businesses and customers to compare our products against each other and make informed decisions within our business. Fair comparisons can be made when products use the same methodology. With so many companies falling short of their sustainable packaging commitments, we're working to increase transparency, accountability, and our commitment to combating greenwashing. Having clear and accurate sustainability metrics means we can substantiate our claims based on scientific evidence. From a business perspective, we can make informed business decisions and pinpoint the areas with the highest impact. Because the first step to reducing our impact is knowing where our impact is coming from in the first place. From a customer perspective, it empowers individuals and businesses to compare our product range and report on their business impact too. Being a part of our sales team, one of our BioPak distributors, or direct clients means you can leverage our Pickler sustainability metrics when pitching our products or reporting on your company's impact. You can use the following selling points. Pickler ensures legislation compliance. The calculations are compliant with global legislation, like the EU Green Claim Directive and the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. This will help to future-proof your business. Pickler can help you with your business reporting. You can use our data to report your own business impact. Pickler can help you make evidence-based business decisions. For example, if you're speaking with a coffee roastery that has a big focus on sustainability, you might help them compare the eco costs of aqueous biocups to PLA-lined biocups using the impact reports.
Thanks for watching our training video. As you see, data is really important, and it's important that we've got this wealth of information, this wealth of audited data, so that we can truly give you an eco cost of every single piece of sustainable packaging. Because it's not only about offsetting carbon. Offsetting carbon, I guess, is a dated way of measuring your impact. It's important that we understand our carbon and reduce it, but it's important that we mitigate the costs of human health, that we mitigate and measure the costs of scarcity of raw materials and the biodiversity impact of using the products that we do. Together, businesses that care, like ours and yours, can now make informed decisions based on scientific evidence.